Welcome to another episode of Renew Your Mind Moment, where we're still talking about the leader mindset. This week's question is, are expectations clear? You know, when things aren't going right on the team, as the leader, the first place I have to look is at myself. Have I done my job in setting out clear expectations for this person or this team? Because when expectations are clear, it eliminates confusion, frustration, and failure. But it's really hard to hit the mark if I'm not sure where the mark is. That creates a feeling of burnout, disengagement, and higher turnover for the team. But when I can help one member to succeed because my expectations were clear, then the whole team wins, and that creates a culture of engagement and liberation, which is really what we're looking for. So start by asking, what are my expectations for the people in my world? Be sure that you've thoughtfully designed those expectations before anything begins. You need to be very clear on exactly what it is you expect in order to clearly communicate that to your team members. Make sure you have a clear picture of exactly what a win looks like on this assignment. Know what outcomes you're looking for and work backwards from there to create the expectations for your team. Remember that expectations should be simple to explain and simple to remember. They should be specific and they should be measurable so that everybody knows when you've hit that mark. Ask, are these expectations realistic, or are they perhaps too low, or maybe they're too high and they're not really realistic, or maybe they're even impossible to achieve. And those expectations should be laid out ahead of time, not halfway through the project when everybody is confused and already frustrated. Give feedback often. Make sure that that feedback is accurate and meaningful, because you don't want to be hinting around at what it is that you need or what you expect. And you don't want to be hinting around at whether the individuals are meeting those expectations. Sometimes we have to bring challenge or encouragement and support to get them to achieve the goal that we've laid out. And lastly, ask, have I communicated these expectations clearly? It really isn't about whether I think I've communicated clearly, but whether the receiver has understood clearly. Often we think that we've communicated clearly, only to discover that there's been some interference that's garbled the message. Kind of like when you don't have good cell signal and you only hear every third word. Either you miss the message entirely or it's completely different than what was trying to be transmitted. So this week I want to challenge you to ask yourself, and then ask your team if you're brave enough, have I clearly communicated my expectations? Was that all clear to you? Have a great week.